Raz, dwa. Raz, dwa. Raz, dwa. Raz, dwa. Raz, dwa. Halo. Raz, dwa. Raz, dwa. Raz, dwa. Halo. Raz, dwa.
This way.
Different. Starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
Wonder where they're from. They're lucky they didn't eat us dragon food. Like that poor man.
I certainly would have
Did you
appreciated
see the way
something
they
like the
just
field
waltzed
guide
in
when I was a
talking therapy
student.
last night?
Using the guide will also
Can't
train
imagine
you to be
something
alert
this
to your
late.
Little
surroundings.
room, everyone. Let them through.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up! Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
Revelio.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
Oczywiście, że nie.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic,
Okej,
it seems.
popisz tu.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will
No,
lead.
niegrzeczny.
It may require a bit more flexibility with your time
Ale
than she
przeczytałem
would approve
niegrzeczny.
of.
No, nie,
And she
nie,
may
on
feel
nie będzie
obliged to share
grzeczny.
details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, Why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
No. No chcę otworzyć. Aha, mapę mam otworzyć? Jest już, nie wiem teraz. Z poziomu mapy możesz śledzić... No to chcę otworzyć mapę. O. Dobra, to nieważne. To już wiem. Może... na które zajęcia chcesz iść? Pierwsze. Pozwolę ci wybrać. Czy chcesz iść na zaklęcia, czy na obronę przed czarną magią? Nie wiem, czy było mnie słychać, bo opóźnia trochę ten livestream z tym, co piszesz. Zaklęcia. Dobra.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Będzie opóźniać, no cóż, poradzę, no. Tak to już jest z tymi live'ami. Okej, teraz sobie pozwiedzamy trochę, bo muszę przejść. A po co mam rzucać kompas? Ja sobie poradzę. Ojoj, nie tu. Irytek, zamknij pizdę. A można szybciej? O, dobra. Kolejne drzwi. Jak on przeszedł przez te drzwi, jebany. A ja mogę już? O. Piękne sale kolorowe.
If I could undo all that happened that day, I would!
Kurde, ale stop klatki się robią. Co? Nie lubię, jak się w streamach robią te stop klatki.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Zaczynamy.
Here! Behind you! There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me!
Chłop jest bardziej entuzjastyczny niż, kurde, nie wiem. Nie wiem. On ma ADHD chyba jakieś. Szukaj płomieni Fiu, by odblokować miejsca szybkiej podróży. Tak, wiem, a potem będzie gadać ta babka od Fiu. O, znowu wybierasz się na przygodę. Tak, wybieram się. Szybciej, proszę. Jak gram bez streama, to jakoś się wszystko szybciej ładuje. No ale to tak bywa. O.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would... So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Radosne chrząkanie. Ja pierdolę, to nie brzmi jak radosne chrząkanie.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Okej.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Accio. Now, I could keep... Splendid!
Ups.
Not to worry.
No, jebany kurwa. Jeszcze raz.
Very good!
O. No nie spadaj. Okej.
Accio. Excellent control there.
No czemu to
Happens to
spada?
the best of us.
Przecież nie spada jak gram sam, kurwa.
Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's
Jebany
certainly
live
no
opóźnia
sport in playing
wszystko.
without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would
Ja
you care to
pierdolę.
give our new student a bit of a challenge?
Sorry, że krzyczę,
Come on
ale mnie
up.
to wkurwiło.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Przegram to, kurwa. Dlatego, że live opóźnień przegram.
Here we go!
Nie mogę przegrać, kurwa. Nie chcę przegrać.
Accio.
Okej.
Splendid!
Be sharp.
Oj, czemu włazisz we mnie? Weź idź.
That is how it's done.
Accio.
Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Daj mi 50.
Nicely done.
Dobrze.
Watch this. Phew.
Jeszcze ostatnia. Czekaj, ustawię się jakoś, żeby tego nie zawalić. Bo jak zawalę,
Not
to się
exactly
zajebie.
your typical lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
Dobra, Nati, weź zamknij się, bo ja tu się muszę skupić.
Accio.
Nie, daj mi chociaż 130, żeby mieć remis.
Very good.
Dobra, może być.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
O ja pierdolę, jeszcze jedna runda, zapomniałem.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Ta
There
runda
we go.
rozstrzygnie wszystko, powiadasz. No to zobaczymy, czy rozstrzygnie.
Accio.
Stop, 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 stop! Kurwa mać, nie!
Don't lose your composure.
Here we go. That is how it's done.
Chcę 50. Proszę. Ja pierdolę coś. Jeszcze nie.
Accio.
Stop, stop, stop. Stop! No! Nie wierzę. Nie wierzę w to.
Oh dear.
Ja tu naciskam tą czwórkę, kurwa, nie wiem ile razy i tak. Uwierz mi, jak gram w to sam, to mi wychodzi. A teraz nie. Chyba, że po prostu Min jesteś chujowym graczem, bo Baltazar sobie radzi. Sorry, Min. Jesteś fajnym chłopem, ale ci nie idzie.
Accio.
No nie. Przecież on tego nie przeżyje, będzie się wkurwiał. Jak ja teraz.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Very good, both of you. O kurwa, bardzo very good. Tak mi poszło świetnie, że po prostu... Nie no, kurwa. Chłopie, z czym do ludzi? Z czym do ludzi? Aż mi się pić zachciało. Ja wiedziałem, że to przegram. Ale szkielet. Co to za szkielet? Smoka? Ja już się boję, jak mi będzie podczas walk lagowało na tych live'ach. Ja się boję tego. Chyba, że mi się uda coś w ustawieniach naprawić.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Jakoś sobie radzę.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be
A
using
word,
it on
if you
clothing,
would.
to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Okej. Wow, drugi poziom. Zaraz przyjdę w ogóle. Jestem.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Yes, I am a new student. What do you want from me?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his. Well, better see to my
ta
charms
od
homework.
buraków na
I
stopach.
find Professor Roman's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
Okej. Nie idę za nią, idę na lekcję. A to, że ona mi weszła w drogę, to druga sprawa. Jak to tu muszę iść tutaj jednak? Aha, czyli z daleko. Nie, no niżej ma być, aha. Na tym piętrze gra... Gdzie to jest? O, tu.
You idiot! Laurie has served our family
Kurwa,
for
ja
5
chcę tu
generations,
posłuchać
and
muzyki,
you go and
halo.
give her clothes?
A tu wyjedz, ktoś dostał.
Now I will have to cook and clean until we can replace her with another elf. Did you think of that? Or do you hate your mother that much?
A ten skąd się tu pojawił? To są te instrumenty, przy których tańczyła Melia w RP, więc no, tu jest piętro. A tu jest portret palącej się wiedźmie. Nie, nie tu. Jeśli Hogwarts... O kurwa, nie zdążyłam przeczytać. Tak.
Stupefy! Is that all you've got? Bombard! Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No?
Pruitt to jest...
One thing I've learned as an
przodek
unspeakable is the
Wesleyów
value of simplicity,
od strony matki.
especially in the heat of battle.
I jest podobny
Now,
do Persiego,
let's
więc go nie
practice what
lubię.
we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Levioso!
I to nie jest to samo zaklęcie co Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa jest jeszcze inne.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Ojoj.
Let us begin with the basic cast.
Czekaj, babo. Znaczy, proszę pani, proszę poczekać chwilę, bo muszę się to ustawić.
See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso!
Good. Now, well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Okej. Zobaczymy, jak to będzie wyglądać teraz.
This should be
Protego.
easy. There you go. Complicates things.
Levioso!
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
This can't be your first choice one.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
I do enjoy a lively duel.
Protego!
If only all of my students were this adept. Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down. Try to anticipate your opponent's next move.
Jak go zjebał z tego stołu.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Jaki dumny.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Co to za kropki?
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned? Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library. You just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Dobra.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Let's see, jakie mamy misje do zrobienia jeszcze. Skrzyżowane różdżki. Czyli muszę iść tutaj, no dobra. Nie ma nic nowego, no to idziemy. Boże, skrzyżowane różdżki, jak to brzmi. Czy ja mogę się poruszać po Hogwarcie bez tych lagów? Naprawdę, jak mnie to denerwuje tutaj. O, Seba. Siema. Też idziesz tam? Okej, to idziemy razem. Bez kitu, on też tam idzie. długo się te drzwi będą ładować jeszcze? O. Ciekawe, czy jakbym przyszedł z live'em na Twitcha, to by lepiej działało, bo kurna masakra jakaś. Jezu, co to był za lag dziwny? Kurwa, nie strasz.
Oh, not again!
Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you praxia mole? As long as 'twere only 1 time per week, I can plunge the boy's lavatory, not for the meek.
Please, Peeves, you'll make me late.
He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp, sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed.
No,
to draw up a contract with her, not with him, that if I behaved, I'd have 1 weekly swim.
Kto to? Myślałem, że to Seba. Jezu, duch mi tu przeleciał.
That life is behind me. I promise. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Spróbuję coś zrobić. A konkretnie może mniejsze okienko. Potwierdź. Zrobię takie okienko sobie. Zobaczmy teraz, czy w okienku będzie tak samo.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Jest tak samo. No nie, może trochę lepiej. Minimalnie lepiej.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I seem to have a knack for dueling.
Then you've come to the right place.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Don't really see the value in organised dueling. Senseless fighting, in my opinion.
It's not senseless at all. It requires teamwork, reflexes and spellcasting. You might like it if you tried it. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Okay.
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
Rozwalę was.
We'll make you regret signing up.
Kto do kogo?
Act like a winner.
Lumos.
Protego!
on that!
Levioso. Confringo. Accio. Come on. Levioso. Confringo.
Perhaps one day I'll sign up for a round.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Wands victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Okay.
I feel sorry for your next opponent.
Just wait till I've grown a bit, then we'll see how well you do.
Kocham to ładowanie się drzwi, ale trochę szybciej nawet idzie. Czemu pode mną się świeci światło? Jakieś niebieskie światło. Czekaj. Co tu jest? Wieża. O, tu widzisz takie góry. Tu bliżej podejdę. Tu jezioro widać. No moim zdaniem fajnie to wygląda. Kurde, ale czemu pod nim się takie niebieskie coś? A, dobra, jechać. Tu masz dalej komnaty, idzie sobie, idzie. Tu wracamy chyba do tej komnaty z grającymi smyczkami. No. O, i tu też, tu będzie dziedziniec, któryś z dziedzińców. Dziedziniec transmutacji. No, tu masz, o, wieżę. Tu jest ogólnie ten dziedziniec, który był w filmie, jak pamiętasz. Oni to dość dobrze odwzorowali na podstawie filmu, moim zdaniem.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
I dalej to światełko się świeci. Kotek.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. Revelio.
No są takie ciekawe karty. Na przykład tu masz jak zbierasz różne karty, to ci się pokazują zdjęcia tych rzeczy, które oglądasz, gdzieś mijasz w zamku albo poza zamkiem i są ich opisy. Czemu się świeci to niebieskie coś ciągle pod nogami?
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere. Accio!
No... No chcę złapać.
Brilliant.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't too much.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Reparo.
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
Nice. No denerwuje mnie to, że to się tak świeci. Moment. Muszę na chwilę przejść do menu głównego, bo muszę to zresetować. Czasami jakieś takie bugi się robią i muszę po prostu zresetować jeszcze raz, bo nie wiem, przeszkadza mi to po prostu w grze. Fajnie by było, jakby tak się nie ścinało to podczas tego streama, naprawdę byłoby idealnie. Nie mam tu dostępnych tych, muszę sobie iść. Z sali głównej może szybciej będzie. Jesus, ale to jest... Ja nie sądziłem, że na tym streamie to będzie tak zacinać, jak się chodzi i w ogóle. Najbardziej mi przeszkadza to, że zacina, jak się chodzi, bo w cutscenkach wszystko działa płynnie. Ale jak gdzieś łazisz, czy biegasz, czy walczysz, to się zacina. O, na przykład teraz, o. No.
I still can't believe that girl wrote her essay on shrinking solutions and thought it would be clever to shrink it before handing it in.
Sometimes you can find some quite interesting things in the library.
Forgot to read the chapter for potions today. Wish I had a potion to remind myself to do my homework.
As a muggle boy, I used to feel I had a lot of work to do if I wanted to...
Revelio.
Now I
I stay abreast of my homework. Teachers don't like it if you fall behind, especially Weasley.
I'd never have a harsh word to say about
There's something in there. I just know it.
better than where I'm from.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
Lumos.
Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby. This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it? Lumos.
Ćma.
Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
Is Lower Hogsfield still dealing with that nasty goblin? Can't have been good for business.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
The hamlet outside of Hogsmeade. Think I'd quite like to.
Lenora! I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
Teraz będę ją będę ją gnoić.
I'm afraid I can't tell you, Lenora.
Surely you jest.
You should have worked it out on your own.
You have nerve. Especially since I'm the one who told you about it in the first place. Imagine solving a riddle that I mentioned and then not telling me the answer. Practically competing with Imelda to think
Accio.
Ty, nawet trochę płynniej chodzi. Nie wiem, co się stało. Znowu się świecę. A, dobra, jebać to.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we?
Oh, okay.